we could do this again and let's
Yeah,
see.
see.
Maybe
Do you want to lead or you want me? Go ahead.
maybe we're the sports guys now. Maybe we didn't know our calling was on sports, and it just morphs into that, and you know. Hi everybody, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying this channel. If you are, press like and subscribe. Pod and deliver, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Hey there. Welcome. Ruben, you know what? This is a interesting day because normally never do this. We don't talk baseball so much, but this is the World Series period, and I know we're excited about having our Dodgers in the World Series. And last night was a interesting game. I thought we'd have a little talk about a little powwow. We talked about it recently in an episode, um, and I thought maybe we could continue this conversation. I don't know how long it's going to go, but at least today we could talk about it regarding Game One. The Dodgers, I think everybody thought the Dodgers would just go in and steamroll. Although you and I talked about it. I think I said maybe in six, and you thought you would like to see 7 games. You said you didn't predict it, but you said you would like 7 games. But after watching last night, I thought this is going to be a real series. This is going to be a good series, and I think the Dodgers will respond. But how do you feel with that
Did,
loss last night, 11-4? What's your thoughts about that? Will they respond back?
did you hear people say they thought the Dodgers were going to steamroll the Blue Jays? You heard people say that?
Yeah. Well, not those exact words. They thought I've heard people say that
I
they
mean,
were probably would have been four, that they're a better team. Although I did hear some people say also that when I say people, online and so forth, that they thought it would be a good series and that there's some weapons that the Toronto Blue Jays has that they have that will make them a good opponent. And I think they have been a good opponent. I mean, they're winning the series 1-0 right now. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a short series at all.
well, to your question about what I thought about the game last night. After the game goes to 11-2, it's garbage time.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. It's just, I watched a little bit more. Um, when it gets like that, I just sort of tidy up the apartment and do other things. But, to me, it's anything can happen in these type of short series. Um, it's sometimes the better team doesn't win, and it was I can't help but think as I'm watching the game, and I see that Blake Snell starting to struggle a little bit as he's gone through the lineup a few times. That in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, hmm, we have one relief pitcher who's gone right now, and people don't know. There's speculation as to why, but all we know is that Vesia is gone
Yeah.
from the team, and he probably won't pitch this World Series. And I hope everything's okay with him. But you also think that I don't know about you, but I was thinking that
Yeah.
it's to have him, So, and the Dodgers got just roughed up last night.
Well, I was gonna say, I did come away with that though, Ruben, after they got roughed up, and I know that Roberts is going to throw his pitchers that maybe he normally doesn't throw in. When he threw in Banda, I said, okay, we'll see. But it did prove me one thing. I thought when Banda came in and gave up a couple home runs, I thought, don't bring that guy in again, you know, because they lit him up. I thought Wablowski did pretty good, Klein did okay, but don't bring in Banda because I was really surprised though that Snell had such a difficult night. But maybe it's because of the long rest. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. You're saying don't bring Banda in at all
No,
anymore in the
I'm done.
series?
No, I'm
He-
done.
He's a
That
professional.
was a good.
Yeah, but that could have been anybody. To me, the Blue Jays were on a roll. He's been good this season. I mean, he's on our roster.
Yeah, I don't think he's been
I
great this season,
I
but
feel like the emo. Well, okay. I mean, he's
but
on
I
our.
mean, losing Vesia is a big miss. I mean, that's a big piece we're losing. They didn't throw in people like Trinan or, of course, Roki because
So,
that's going to be for a high leverage game, right? Yeah,
let me ask you this question. Are you saying it's because he hasn't been good all season, or I don't think he's been bad all season. I don't think you're suggesting that, but you're saying he hasn't been great. you're not saying that if Trinan had gotten roughed up, or if Roki had gotten roughed up, or you're just saying him.
Just
You
him.
don't.
I just don't think that he has it.
Okay.
I think he's been slow this whole. I think he's been off this whole
I,
year. You
I
know.
thought you were saying, oh, he got roughed up. Don't bring him in. Whoever it is, he got
No,
roughed up.
no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
You're
See,
saying him. Okay.
I think you're allowed to have a bad. Plus, in this outing, I think they wanted to get the outs, right? So they're probably telling him, it's 11-2. Let's get out of here. You know.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I know a lot of people love Banda out there, but I just feel like he had an off year this year, and I don't want to see him anymore. That's just my opinion. But
Yeah.
I did want to say that I was blown away by the Toronto hitting. I thought they did great, and Bichette was not even supposed to play. First time he gets up, he gets a base hit. He makes a great play at second base. Now I did see him run to first, and it was really slow, so I know he's got issues with his legs, but uh, but they're gonna put him in there for a while, and he's one of the better hitters in the American League. So I mean, with that weapon, these guys are going to come out swinging, and they don't swing at bad pitches. At least they didn't last night. And I haven't seen them as much as I've seen the Dodgers this year, but I've seen a little bit of them this year in the playoffs, and this is a real great, this is a really good team. So I think the Dodgers pitchers are going to have their work cut out for them, but. It was, I'm looking forward to today. I think that the Dodgers will respond. I think Yamamoto is going to pitch well, and that's my hope. But I do think they'll go back home 1-1. And if they do, that's great. Now, if they go back 2-0, it's going to be difficult to come back. I know the Dodgers done. I think was in 78. I'm not sure if you remember this, Ruben, but I think the Dodgers were down 2-0 and they came back. And no, it wasn't 78. It was 81, I believe. In 81, they were down 2 to the Yankees and they came back and won, I
I
believe.
like I like Yamamoto. To me, he's the best pitcher on the Dodgers. Although, you could make the case for Snell,
Yeah.
Ohtani. I like Yamamoto the best.
Okay.
I feel like when he's on, he's hard to hit.
Yeah.
Um, but Snell didn't pitch that badly yesterday. He just started to kind of go off the rails at the end, but
And the Dodgers
oh,
missed some opportunities hitting. I mean, like there's a third inning where they had bases loaded and they only got one run out of it. And they had some of their big hitters up and they just didn't do it. Shohei got a home run, but it was really, you know, at the end of
I
the game. And
I know that people will disagree with this hot take. Um, Mookie Betts kind of muffed a double play last night. Okay,
yeah,
and that might have been the difference. Maybe that wasn't the inning that they blew up. Maybe I'm getting it wrong.
that was the sixth inning when it was bases loaded against us.
They
And
scored. Was that the inning they
they
opened
scored
it up?
9 runs. Yeah. That
Okay,
you're right though. He muffed up that
he muffed up that double play, and I have always now this is the Monday morning quarterback that I do sometimes. But I've always said this. I think it was a bad move, the Dodgers not re-signing Corey Seager. I know I'm dredging up the past when I say this, but moving Mookie Betts from a position in which he was just fine, so that he can learn a new position, so that you can not sign Corey Seager. And I think they signed Freddie Freeman. Maybe I'm off by a year, but I still don't like that. I still don't like, I'm still bitter about Mookie being in short and not Corey Seager. Can I say that? Can I
No,
rant?
I thought that, but I will tell you this though. I disagree with you a little bit, because I do agree with you. The thought of it's funny that you're saying this. The thought of Corey Seager came into my mind last night. I'm like, man, I wish we had Corey Seager right now. And but at the same time, Mookie's gonna get a Golden Glove maybe. I mean, he was a fabulous shortstop this year, and
Oh,
really defensively in the last 10 to 15 games, the whole infield's been doing pretty well. You don't see them muff up too much, but that was one that we needed him to get down because if that gets a double play, they probably don't score 9 runs on us. Then maybe they score two,
I,
3 runs.
I'm not saying Mookie was bad at short. He was great at shortstop this year. I'm just talking about a rant that I've had. I just still wish that they hadn't moved him. His hitting wasn't as good this year.
Yeah.
His defense was up. Okay,
I,
it's
I
fine.
was I was gonna
Anyway,
ask you though. I
what am I
mean, no, I hear you. I hear you. I know you love Mookie, and we all do. But I did while I was watching the game, noticed there's like 13 strikeouts against us last night. I mean, we the Dodgers struck out 13 times, and that was way too many, I thought. But I was thinking, who's the guy that really needs to get fired up and really make a difference? And I think the one player. I mean, we always expect Ohtani to get his hits and Mookie and Freddie. But I think the Dodgers really need Max Muncy to get heated because I feel like he is the guy who could push them forward. You know, this year when he was out, that's when they had all those games that they lost. You know, they had this streak of losses and they were terrible. And I was listening to this podcast recently, Ruben, where they said Muncy, that at least the Giants, when they face the Dodgers, they don't prepare for the team. They only prepare for one person. They prepare for Max Muncy only because they say if we could contain Max Muncy, we have a shot at winning the game. And I think that's a true thing. I think when Max Muncy gets heated and he starts getting hits, you see this team win. So I'm not sure how you feel about that, the
It's
Max Muncy
almost
effect.
it's almost like when you're playing the Bulls, 1995
Hmm.
Bulls, let's say, you don't prepare for Jordan. Jordan's going to get his. You just need to contain Scottie Pippen
Right.
kind of thing. It's like you can't stop Otani, right? I get that. That's very interesting. I have to say, Max Muncy is still dangerous. He's not the player he was. We have to be honest.
Hmm.
I think a couple of years ago, 2023, 2022, he hit over 30 home runs. He's not that Max Muncy, I don't think. We have 1 year left on his contract. I think for Max Muncy, and but I agree with you. If he heats up, that would be wonderful. Because he's great. I mean, he's very good.
Yeah, and then his defense is coming along too. But you're right though. The offense is what we're talking about. What do you think though, Ruben? I was thinking as I was watching the game, they didn't have Tanner Scott on the part of their roster this World Series period here, and I thought maybe I'm not sure if that, unless they know that he's not still there, because he really had an awful year. If we're talking about Banda having a tough year, Scott had the worst year. We spent so much money on this guy, right? The Dodgers spent millions of dollars to be the guy, and he was not the guy. I think he blew like 10 or 11 saves this year, right? He got like 20, but he blew like 11. And so now there's this opportunity to put him back on the roster, and they didn't do it. You think that was a blow it by the Dodgers, or do you think that was
No, this is a performance-based um, profession. You have to put up, there's nothing you can do about it. Just like there's nothing you can do about Conforto. It's sad because these are human beings. So I feel for them in a way. It's kind of, you want to see them, perform. I'm sure it's a little bit uncomfortable conversation to have with a
oh, I
player who's been
bet.
there all season and say, you can't be with us. People don't really talk about this very much. You
That
can't be with us in the moment of glory, the World Series. That is rough.
I mean, that goes with Michael Conforto. I mean, I've seen him on the in the dugout, and I go, this guy is. I mean, he's still cheerleading for this team. He wasn't asked to be on the wild card, or the division series, or the champ, or the and National League Championship Series, or even the World Series. Four times they could have put him on the, and he was healthy. He's not hurt. He was with the Dodgers all year. They put him in the lineup every day, and I thought, why are they putting this guy in every day? And then we come to the end, and they're like, no, you didn't prove it. And I will say this though about them, the Dodgers, and I agree with you what you just shared. I feel like this is real time. They're like, you know what? We gave you your audition. You didn't do well, and I think in the past the Dodgers would have kept them on. They was okay. We'll just, we've had them, so let's play them. But if they have a chance not to, and they did, they took him off, and it just seems a little tough because he's there in the dugout. I go, man, what is he feeling? How he's not contributing. But anyway, I don't know.
But but who do they take off? Not
Well, how about
Pages.
the Dean, the young? I mean, I mean, I know they need him for his speed, but they also have Kim on the team. They have two speedsters. I'm not sure if they need two. So I thought maybe take out Dean and put Conforto. And he has a bat too, right? I think he's a lefty, isn't he? So that's another lefty in the lineup they could use. So and the Toronto Blue Jays have, that's all they have is righties, except like what, one or two lefties. So I mean, I don't know. I just thought that, but I don't know. I did want to share one more thing, Ruben. As I was watching the game, I was also thinking about when the series comes back to LA in a couple games. And I know that's thinking ahead though. But I heard the fans telling Otani, "We don't need you." I think they said, "We don't need you." At the end of the game, we didn't need you. We could win without you, right? And I was thinking, are the Dodger fans going to be brutal to George Springer when he gets to the plate on Monday? Are they going to boo him? I think they will because he was part of that cheating team in 2017. I'm not sure if we need to go back to 2017 and relive all that craziness, but I think the fans are going to give it to him. What are your thoughts?
Maybe. I think so. I think there's still some psychic wounds from the loss of that World Series. Um, I guess my only take is, yes, I follow the whole hate for the Astros thing, but I'm a little bitter at that series because how hard our fans were on a really great pitcher, a couple of pitchers, Kershaw and oh, now I'm forgetting his name. Can't believe it. The Japanese pitcher.
Yeah,
Oh,
Darvish. Darvish?
Darvish. Darvish, you Darvish. So, and they were cheating. The Stros were cheating the whole time. Come on.
Yeah, they
But
really, yeah.
so let's direct our anger towards Springer, not our own players, Dodger fans. We're too
Right.
sometimes on our players.
Yeah, that's true. And that's sometimes, I mean, we as fans get a little heated and upset. We're not thinking right because we're just emotional. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. And can I just share this? I'm not sure if you're gonna be a little jelly about what I'm about to say though. But on Monday, I'm gonna go to my first World Series game with my family. This is the seventh opportunity. I mean, seventh time in my lifetime the Dodgers gone to the World Series. Actually, really eight if you count 1974, but I don't remember that series. And this is the first time I get to go, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna have my towel. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna act. I'm gonna be uncontrollable. So yeah,
I get have a great time, enjoy a
thanks.
good Dodger dog,
Yeah,
and root for our team. It's going to be fun for you.
thank you, thank you. Hey, one last thing, Ruben, before we go. For game two, what's your prediction? If you have a prediction, do the
I
Dodgers
think
hmm,
I
respond?
think that Yamamoto is going to lay down the law. He's going
Okay,
to lay it down, and he's going to set him up and take him down. The Dodgers are going to win. It's going to be a decisive win. I'm thinking 5-0, five to
okay.
one, maybe one. The Yamamoto might give him one run just to tease him a little bit, have fun with, play around like the cat plays with the mouse. 5-1, Dodgers. I'm going to pick a home run. Freddie Freeman's due.
I love that. You're picking a home run. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna say 3-0. I think it's gonna be a little closer. I do think that the home run is going to be by Max Muncy. If he does it, that's going to be a good indication that we're going to have a good series here, a long series. So that's our pick. So
Oh
sounds good.
no, well no. Well, if you're saying Max Muncy's going to hit a home run, then the Dodgers are going to win 10-0. Isn't that your thesis? That
Yeah, that's a
if
good
Muncy
point.
does
All right, you
well,
know what? I'm going to change it. There we go. And all
consistent.
right, 10-0. Max Muncy jacks it. There we go. All right. I think we got it, Roop. All right. Well, thank you guys for being with us this day as we talk about game two and game one of the World Series between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. We hope you join us again and have yourself a good evening and day. Bye bye.